So I'm absolutely shattered, but it's been quite a good day. So I did a painting. I'll show you that soon. I don't know what happened to the speech there, but there you go. Um, and I did a video, so that's good. And I'm doing another one now, so that's wonderful. So I'll talk about the paintings, and then after that, I will ramble a little bit. I've got an Amish poem to share with you, which, yeah, maybe not your thing. We'll find out. Anyway, so I was painting this scene, yeah, of a church in the Orkney Islands of Scotland. So these are just rough, by the way. And this was another one. This one I quite like. I think that's nice. But anyway, and that's it. But anyway, I got, basically, I sound like I'm about as good at speaking as Keir Starmer. Blooming heck. I'm shuffling here, right? Anyway, I shouldn't get political, right? But anyway, this scene began with a photo from my auntie who visited the Orkney Islands. And I decided to have a look at some other photos on the internet of this place. But whilst doing that, I saw this stone building of an old chapel, and it looked really beautiful. And so this scene got abandoned and I began this one. So was it a good change? So there was a change. This is painted on cheap watercolor paper, but I think it looks really good. I think I might even sell that because it's just got a wonderful atmosphere. I just really like something about that. I'm not sure if the direction of the light and, well, the position of the sun and the light and shadow is correct. But hey, who cares about practical things like that, right? It looks good. That's what counts. Anyway, I really liked that. That was my first one. And then I did this one, which I think looks really nice. And look how beautiful these look when framed. So you can put it in a cheap A4 frame and look at this. I think that's pretty beautiful. But let me know what you think. I think that looks good. Really good. And you even get a free painting on the back. How good is that? Okay, 2 for the price of 1. So I love my sky in this painting. And just stone buildings are so beautiful, aren't they? Especially ones like this. Anyway, and I'm quite happy with the rocks I did. I did another one, but I changed it to an evening scene. And I think that looks quite nice. That is actually a Japanese evening sky in summer, probably. And if we put the magic frame on, I think that looks very beautiful. So yeah, there you go. So very nice, I think. And there'll be a link to my shop. So if you want to, in the description box, so if you want to go and have a look, then please do. And then I did bigger version. So I think that's quite nice. Yeah, I really love the grass and the rocks here and the building. The sky is passable, but this guy was definitely better. And then I did another one. These are for like lessons, yeah. And yeah, I love the grass and the rocks in this one as well. So that was good. That worked out really well. But now, yeah, that's everything. But now I have a new problem, which is I have to think of a new subject. I mean, I could do this, but I'm not sure. Yeah. So I've got this book, just a min. Hope you don't see my pajama bottoms here. So I've got this book. It's a fantastic book, The Magic of Watercolour, yeah. And I got it like secondhand, well, in a secondhand bookshop a long time ago. God knows how long ago, decades ago. But it's a wonderful book, and I've found lots of beautiful places in England and Scotland through this book. And I might even do something like this. So I'll look at what he's done, then I'll have a look at some photos of that scene, and then I'll kind of put it all together. God knows what I'll do. But somehow I'll look at it all and maybe end up making my own version of that scene. That's the plan. So yeah, but I also want to do a painting of a Japanese scene as well, because recently I've been doing lots of paintings of English scenes, and I want to do one of a Japanese scene. So I might look at some of my photos, sorry, from a trip to a place called Shikoku. It's an island in Japan, the fourth biggest island, I think. Anyway, my voice is getting a bit dry. So that's really my talk about the paintings. So that's over and done with. But I've got a wonderful Amish poem to share with you. So here we go. So it's not going to be read in the best voice ever, but there you go. What happened to my voice? I've got no idea. Anyway, here we go. I will try and read it with a poetic voice, like Seamus Heaney. My voice is disappearing, so not much luck at that, I'm afraid. Here we go. Consider man, the end. Consider your death. Very cheerful, yeah? Death often comes quickly. Well, I think that's better than slow, right? He who today is vigorous and ruddy may tomorrow or sooner have passed away. So maybe that seems a bit miserable to you, but actually poems like that, I find them quite, how can I put it? They give me a feeling of satisfaction. And why is that? Is satisfaction the right word? Because when I read it, what I think is life is not this secure thing that we can depend upon, right? At any moment, it can be gone. And so it makes me think life is very precious because it's so temporary. That was a bit hard on the throat, that was temporary. So fleeting. And so it's really important. I think, my opinion here, you can give me your opinion, yeah? So I'm a bit of a romantic, let's be honest. Maybe that's why I'm an artist, yeah? But life is fleeting. And so I think, at least for me, it's very important to be doing things that are meaningful, or spending our time doing meaningful things. Now, I know we can't all be like that. And even for me, it's a big struggle, to be honest. But yeah, today I painted a beautiful picture, and it felt like it was a wonderful way to spend my time. So there you go. I think that's my what I want to say about that. Hopefully I'll get better at speaking in these videos. We will find out, yeah. Maybe I should have thought about this a little bit more before I switched the camera on. But at least we're doing it live and it is authentic. But yeah, I get great comfort perhaps from that poem, because it makes me think that doing what I do, doing art, is a very good way to spend my time. And I've been doing it a long time now. And sometimes I just produce a really beautiful painting. And when that happens, there's an incredible feeling of satisfaction. It really is amazing. And sometimes when we do a normal job, we don't really get that satisfaction, do we? That we did something really, like, that we feel this deep satisfaction about. But maybe we do, maybe you do. So if you do, wonderful. So that was my bit of a ramble there, and it really was a bit of a ramble. But I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll be back again soon with my new project. And what's that going to be? I really have no idea at the moment. So the creative process is a bit like this. It's a bit like you begin with a kind of emptiness, looking for something. Then you find something, potentially, and then suddenly it might change in the middle of the process into something else. And then hopefully that works out, but not always. Sometimes it doesn't. So I think I'm going to have a look at some of the paintings in this chap's book. This book is really pushing me. So it's making me paint scenes that I've never done before. So yeah, so I think it's well worth like looking at one of the scenes in this book and then finding other images, photos. I told you about this anyway, right? On the net, and then seeing what I can create. Anyway, I'll leave it there because I'm repeating myself. So I'll be back soon talking more about the artist life. Bye for now.